Today we are going to unbox one of the most popular styles on the market today. I have Renau Ignite in the color Laguna Blonde. The code is FS24/102S12. This wig has been around for a very long time. She's one of my favorites. She's one of many of your favorites, and I've never seen this color, so let's unbox her together. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook. And as you can see, I suffer from hair loss. And I am partnering with Chiquel to bring you this review. Chiquel carries Ignite, and they are a wonderful online retailer. They actually have some in-person wig shops as well. They have a few locations in Canada, some coming in the US, and they are wonderful. So if you are looking for a trustworthy retailer to buy Renau or nearly all the other major name brands on the market, Chiquel is where you should be. So today we are unboxing. Take it out of the box. And something to know, Renau does send a wide tooth comb with every purchase of a heat-friendly synthetic, which this one is. So you will get a wide tooth comb with your purchase. So we're gonna just start with the inside the cap since she is inside out. Might as well show you what she looks like. So this is what the inside of Ignite looks like. Ignite has a deep lace front, but no monofilament, no monopart, and that actually helps to keep the price point of this piece down some. It is a more affordable piece when you think about how expensive the major name brands can be. We have a soft material on the ear tabs, an extended nape, Velcro adjusters, and the rest is open wefted. So really, I actually really like this cap. I don't mind that there's no monofilament because with that deep lace front, it kind of looks like you've got a part. So let's throw her on. Whenever you take a wig out of the box, you do have to kind of play around with the fibers, fluff her up a little bit. Sometimes you want to shake the wig out to wake those fibers up. I do want to caution you, you want to be careful what you do with your wigs if you're not sure you're going to keep them. Chiquel has a great return policy, so you can return in most cases, but you don't want to mess around with the wig too much, and you want to pay attention to all the requirements of the return policy. Oh my gosh, you guys, this color, wow, what a blonde. I will cover color in the specifics of the color toward the end of this video. I do timestamp all the major segments of my reviews, so you can skip ahead to anything that you're most interested in, and we will also look at this color outside. I'm standing in front of a big, giant window right now. I have all natural light on me. I have no artificial light on me at all right now. Wow. Let's take a look at this one from all sides. So you can see we have got a stacked back, and Ignite does have some Permatease. And what that does is it gives it this bump back here. It gives it that round brush look. So it looks like you took a round brush, maybe a hair dryer to get a little volume at the top. One of the things I really love about this style. The layers are just perfect. They blend perfectly in with this stacked look. And then we've got the A-line. What I love about this is it allows for those of us who can't really wear short hair very well, maybe the length of our face, maybe we have a little bit of a rounder face shape. And so wigs that are short and sort of cut us off at the cheekbones sometimes aren't the most flattering, but when you've got all that length in the front, it really makes a shorter style wearable. And short styles are so great in the summer. Getting all that hair off your neck just makes a huge difference and is so much cooler. Oh my gosh, I just love Ignite so much. I've had her in so many colors. So there's that lace front. They did such an excellent job with this lace front, you guys. It is seamless. Nobody is going to know that you have a wig on with a lace front like this. It just looks like it's growing right out of your scalp. If you don't love the A-line look, You can always tuck the hair behind your ears. I think she's so cute with one side tucked and the other side fluffed. I just love that. Something else that I think is important to note, when you have a wig that has a deep lace front like this, so the lace goes all the way back to here. So it does give the appearance of scalp, sort of like a mono part, but because it doesn't have the traditional mono part, you can part this anywhere you want to. Now, all wigs are going to come out of the box with a preference for a part in the very beginning. So this one is preferring to part on the right, or I'm sorry, on the left going over to the right. So to change the part, you might have to work on it a little bit. One thing that can really help is a water bottle and a spray bottle and some water. Kind of spray it down, work on those fibers. What I'm trying to do right now is I'm just trying to redirect those knots so that they will go in a different direction. This wig is made with heat-friendly fibers, so what you can do, it's hard for me to see what I've got going on here. What you can do is you can take heat to this, and that can sometimes also help you to change that part by taking a hot, one of my favorite things to do to change the part is a hot comb. And I have quite a few videos showing how to use a hot comb, but you don't have to use a hot comb. You can use a hot air brush. You can use a hair dryer and a comb or a brush. There's lots of ways to do it, but I mean, you watched me. I haven't stopped this video one time since the intro, and you saw how easy it was for me to get that part to change. So that is one of the benefits of a wig with this type of cap construction, is you not only save money over a full monofilament, but you also have the choice to change the part if you want to. One question I get asked in almost every video is, can I cut bangs into that wig? That is a common question, and I would say absolutely you can cut bangs into Ignite. I've actually seen an Ignite where the bangs were cut into it. A wig sister had sent me one at one point that she had cut bangs into it so that I could see what that was like. So you can absolutely cut bangs into Ignite if you want. I actually have a video showing how to take a thinning razor to trim up some bangs, as well as to cut some face framing layers into a wig. I will link one of those or maybe multiple videos in the description box below. Don't be afraid to play with your wigs and make them your own. It is one of the scariest but most rewarding parts of the wig journey when you figure out what works for you, and then it opens up the world of styles because you know that you can make just about anything work. I played with her a little bit, and yet another different look. You can do so many things with this style just by arranging the fibers differently. Let's talk a little bit about Permatease, because I mentioned in the beginning that this wig has some Permatease. It gives it some of that roundness in the back. So we do have quite a bit of Permatease on the very top up here. So there is a bit of a poof right up here. And again, I've talked about this in other reviews. If you don't like the poofiness on a wig, just work with it. You can smooth out some of that poof just by playing with it. And over time, Permatease will settle. Let's talk about fit. I have an exciting announcement to make. Ignite comes in 3 cap sizes. We've got a petite, we've got an average, and we have a large cap. You guys, that is so unheard of. I love when some of these companies come out with sizes, and you know a style is beloved and super popular if they have size options. So I have on the average cap right now, and I will say that I think the average, I need to double check it is the average cap. It is. I would say the average cap runs small. This is fitting me really well. I did cinch it in a little bit. I have a 21 1/4 circumference. I did cinch it in a little bit, but not as much as I sometimes do. And I am getting hardly any extra cap up here. Really hardly any extra cap. And I have a pretty petite over the top of my head. So if you have a small head and you have struggled with wigs not fitting you, Ignite Petite may just be your dream come true. If the average cap is fitting relatively small, in my opinion, then I think the petite is going to be really small. I have tried the large cap before and it is huge on me. So there is quite a big size difference between the average and the large. Let's talk about color. Laguna Blonde. Again, the codes for this color are FS24/102S12. This is the lightest blonde in their collection. It's stunning. So we have got a light root. It's a 12 root. Just for reference, the brunettes go from a 2 to a 12. Blonde starts at 14. So this is the lightest brown that they can put on the root. And we have got some honey blonde. Look at the dimension. And platinum. I would say this is actually slightly warm toned. I wouldn't call this color ashy. I think it's more warm than ashy, even with the platinum. That honey really warms it up. It is so gorgeous, but it's not yellow. So, you know, sometimes you think of a warm blonde as sort of a yellow blonde. That's not what I'm seeing here. It is absolutely gorgeous. They have a really good description at the website. We'll get outside so you can see this color outside. I love the fact that this has that lighter root because then it doesn't look like grow out. It looks like it's a natural. I mean, you certainly look like you probably get your hair colored based on the dimension in this one. So it looks really natural. And for my natural brunettes, I'm going to just show you guys. So this is my bio hair right here. And my bio hair is very ashy and turning gray. So you can see this is warmer than my bio hair. That's why I say I think this has got more of a warmth to it. Stunning. All around, just stunning. I'll put some details in the description box. I'll put a link. I'll put some helpful tip videos that will help you with any wig and a coupon code that will save you money. Don't forget about Chiquel. They're wonderful. See you guys soon. All right, let's see if I can give you guys a good look. There are a gazillion flies out here right now. I am being attacked. But I will be brave. So that you can see this color outside. I'm actually really, really glad that the sun just went behind a cloud so we don't have as much glare, because now you can really see this gorgeous color. You can also see this root and how it is not a super dark root. Now the sun's gonna poke out a little bit, but super gorgeous light blonde. I don't know about you, but I'm having so much fun wearing colors I would never, ever, ever in a million years have been able to do with my bio hair. There you go. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.